Thanks for watching Community Update for Friday, November 1st. I'm Steve Erickson. This week, Allina Health rolled out a new tool to make cancer screenings for women more accurate than ever before. CTN's Jennifer Anderson takes a look at the benefits of 3D mammograms, which are now available in Coon Rapids.
It's a visit many women would like to avoid. A trip to the clinic for a mammogram can be stressful, but doctors say it's vital in finding breast cancer early.
Absolutely. It's so common for women to avoid screening tests of all types because of anxiety about the procedure itself or the results. And one thing women should know is that while there's lots of myths about how uncomfortable mammograms are, it is a brief and fairly painless procedure.
And now the technology is more accurate than ever before. This week, the Mercy Specialty Clinic in Coon Rapids will offer 3D mammograms for the first time. Allina Health is in the process of introducing new 3D machines in all 21 of their clinics.
When a patient comes in, we're going to take 15 low-dose exposures from different angles of the breast tissue.
This machine captures a series of images which combine to provide a more comprehensive view.
What this reconstruction does is it really gives them a lot of data so that if something is there, it's pretty persistent in all those slices, and it can reduce the need for a patient to come back and get additional imaging.
The manufacturer, Hologic, says 3D mammography reduces questionable results and lowers the need to call back women for additional screenings by 36%. Meanwhile, Hologic says 3D screenings offer a 41% increase in cancer detection versus 2D. Doctors say early detection is paramount.
Better cure rates. Long-term survival is better, and then fewer interventions, so smaller surgeries, less treatment, and that's obviously to the patient's benefit.
This clinic is already booked out for several weeks and expects to do 30 or more 3D mammograms every day. For Community Update, I'm Jennifer Anderson.
The FDA-approved 3D technology is now covered by Medicare and many other insurance plans. Doctors say women with average risk for breast cancer should be screened every year once they hit the age 45. Depending on other risk factors, some women should be screened even earlier. Tuesday is General Election Day, and it will be pretty quiet at the polls locally, with just a couple of seats on the ballot. 3 seats are up for re-election on the Anoka School Board, but just one is contested. In District 1, School Board Chair Tom Heidemann is being challenged by Aaron Hares McArdle. In District 2, Marcy Anderson is running unopposed, and in District 5, Nicole Hayes is also running unopposed. All of those seats represent a portion of Coon Rapids. The other local race is a special election for County Commissioner in District 6, a seat previously held by Rhonda Sivaraja, who resigned to become county administrator. 6 people have filed: Cindy Hansen, Craig Johnson, Karen Lodico, Donovan McGuire, Jeff Reinert, and Kevin Ryan. The top 2 vote getters in Tuesday's election will advance to a special election on February 11th. This week, public works crews started covering fire hydrants throughout the city with red plastic bags. Approximately 200 hydrants along county roads, plus a few high-traffic city roads, will get covers. The plastic bags protect the hydrants during winter months from salt and de-icing chemicals used on the roadways, which can have a corrosive effect.
We have a 2-year maintenance program here where our utility department flushes them, and that makes sure they're working at the time. And by keeping the salt off of them, that'll ensure that we do not have a corrosive issue when we need to get the caps off or turn it on.
The fire chief says firefighters can quickly and easily tear through the bags if a hydrant is needed. The Public Works Department first began using the bags last winter. The covers cost less than $1 a piece and can increase a fire hydrant's longevity. The colder weather is a sure sign that scenes like this can't be too far off. As of today, winter parking restrictions are in effect in Coon Rapids. That means parking is not allowed on any city street between 2 and 6 a.m. and also after a snowfall of 3 or more inches until the street has been plowed curb to curb. Violators can be ticketed and towed. The winter parking ban ends on April 1st. Students at Anoka Ramsey Community College are performing a 300-year-old romantic comedy beginning this weekend. The Way of the World brings romance, gossip, and sword fighting to the theater stage. CTN's Dan Carpenter has a preview.
The Way of the World may have been written a long time ago.
The way of the world!
But any audience will recognize the obstacles placed in front of the play's two main characters.
Think of me.
The core of the play is a couple that want to get married because they do love each other, but there are all kinds of societal and family forces keeping them apart.
Here it is, sir.
Ah, that's well. Has the tailor brought Waitwell's clothes home yet? And the new liveries?
I play a character named Mr. Mirabelle. He's sort of a bachelor about town, sort of, you know, the guy to get to know, very suave and somehow confident in everything he does. Everybody seems to like him at one point or another. He's made some enemies along the way.
But he's not the only man who has an eye for Mrs. Millamont, the niece of the richest lady in town.
A lot of men go after her, but she's in love with Mirabelle, who is basically making a plot to get her aunt to allow him to marry her, which is, it's just a bunch of scandal in it.
Director Lisa Weaver says she likes to challenge her students. The archaic language in the script makes the actors use more than words to tell the story.
I feel like they'll get it because of just the physical movement of all of the actors.
What hast thou heard of my uncle?
Nothing.
I think we did a pretty good job of it. I hope that there's a point in the show where you see something going on, you go, I know somebody that does that, or oops, that might have been me at one point.
And with only 5 performances, you'll want to find your seat soon. Dan Carpenter for CTN Update.
The Way of the World runs November 1st, 2nd, 7th, 8th, and 9th at Anoka Ramsey. Performances start at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online or at the door on the night of the performance. Before we go, a reminder that daylight saving time ends this weekend, so be sure to set those clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday night. The fire department also reminds everyone to check those smoke detectors and replace the batteries if necessary. That's going to bring us to the end of today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here again next week.